we're Group 9. We did the D-Day invasion. This is our teleporting portal from the home screen. So as you can see here, as soon as you get into this little staging area, you can read the greeting. It simply just kind of puts you in the scenario, and then it gives you your first objective. So the way that this is outlined is there are quite a few objectives that you have to reach in order to complete the simulation. So this very first objective is we're looking for ladders, which will be useful later on in the game, but it forces you to explore all of the different areas of the boat. So you have to, I believe the goal is 20 ladders. Tricky hidden one right there. So these are the bathrooms, as you can see, stalls, showers, etc. We'll keep on moving over to the bunk area down this hallway. Now, because I didn't think this through, I didn't make a note of where the ladders were in here. So it's somewhere in here. We're just going to assume I found them. But they're in one of those chests. It will take a bit to find them. The idea here was to create a realistic image of the crowded nature of naval ships. Here's the mess hall. You see there's some random tables and chairs. Here's some extra stuff that we're going to, or I'm actually not going to take it right now, but you would take if you were running the simulation. That would be helpful later, just if they want to. There's our ladders there. So that's those are the 3 rooms down here on the base level of the battleship. Moving up to the second level, we have our engine room. Now this block right here, this is interesting. So I can't show it obviously on this recording because you'd have to see my phone screen, but this is tailored towards augmented reality. So if you had an AR app and the students were scanning this block that is clearly out of place with the boat, it would show you a picture of an engine room of a World War II era battleship in place of this engine room. And so you can't go back there because there's obviously lots of redstone stuff going on. We're going to take these 3. Something interesting that I'm going to mention as we're moving this way is that redstone runs back in the direction that we're moving, and it attaches right here to the exit switch, which we're actually not going to use because if we use it, it'll activate all the redstone and empty out our hoppers full of fireworks. But here's another couple ladders here. So we're actually going to go up this way. So starting out, I missed it. Starting out is kind of this middle bridge area, just some random seating, and then there is kind of a stockpile of explosive ammunitions. There is a ladder here with some TNT, and if the students that are using this kind of I don't know, if they're judicious, they can tear these down and use them later in the simulation, depending on how into it they are. Forgot one there. And as I said, this just forces the students to explore all the different parts of the simulation of the build. This is the ammo room, so these chests actually connect with redstone down to the front cannons. There's nothing in them because it would take forever to fill the whole system, but if you put something in here, it will drop and be put out through the front gun system. Here's our last of the ladders here, 20 perfectly. And here we have our first NPC. We didn't load the NPC with tons of content and links, but I would just thought maybe a battleship gallery walk would be cool, kind of like the AR that we did incorporate. These switches do nothing. So I created this alternate escape so I didn't have to use that switch. And then so once you go out of that door, which is right over here on the side, you come out here and you read this reminder because you can't come back to the battleship once you're done. It's just reminding you to get all 20 ladders before you go. And so this is where the next stage of the simulation starts.